All right, thank you guys. Welcome to our NHL video here today for Thursday, June 3rd. My name is Brock Page and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. And if you want to see which one of these YouTube picks I'm actually betting on personally here today, don't forget to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. Despite another down day yesterday on my Patreon page, we're still hitting at 5-2 in our last 7 extra daily pick tier package plays on that Patreon site. And if you want to access today's extra daily pick, it's only going to cost you just $2.99. We're also 4-2 in our last 6 board member tier package picks on that Patreon page as well. We currently have over 950 members who are signed up and active on that site. And if you want to join those folks and get in on the action, link for that page is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into some Stanley Cup playoff action. We're going to start with the Bruins taking on the Islanders Game 3. That's going to be a 7:30 p.m. Eastern puck drop. Now, this series is all knotted up at 1 game apiece. Having said that, though, it's actually the road team who's favored in this one. Boston is -140 away from home with the total at 5 even. Tuukka Rask, he's the expected starter in net for Boston. Ilya Sorokin for New York. Now, Sorokin's gone 4-1 in this 2021 postseason. 232 goals against average, 934 save percentage. The Islanders are in the top 3 in the NHL in home goals allowed. They're giving up just 2.1 goals a game at the Nassau Coliseum. And speaking of the Coliseum, the Islanders certainly don't lose all too much there. New York's gone 23-5-3 on their home ice this season. They've actually cashed in on the puck line in over 61% of those contests. And despite being a kind of a hockey club primarily known for its defense, the Islanders surprisingly rank in the top 3 in the NHL in home scoring. Now, Anthony Beauvillier, he has 4 goals in this postseason, 9 total points for the left winger. Meanwhile, Josh Bailey and Kyle Palmieri, they each have 4 goals apiece themselves. Now, one more thing to note about this roster here, it's currently J.G. Pageau who's leading New York right now in postseason plus-minus. Pageau's currently a +6 in the playoffs. Now, in addition to being in the top 3 in the league in home first period scoring, the Isles are also leading the NHL in third period goals allowed. So very good on both ends of the ice, especially when they're at home. Now they're taking on a Boston club who's allowed 6 total goals in 2 games against the Isles in this very series. And the reason why I say that is because New York really hasn't been an offensive juggernaut this year. So it looks like the Bruins are struggling a little bit defensively with them. Now, the Bruins, they don't play their best hockey on the road either. They're in the bottom 10 in the league in road scoring, and they average only 2.5 goals a game when they travel. They've also lost 6 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings with New York. Now, total-wise, 5 out of these teams' last 8 contests with each other got over the line. Meanwhile, the Isles are currently 18-13 to the over at the Nassau Coliseum. I'm going to lean toward the underdog New York Islanders +120 and the over 5 goals. And with that, we're going to jump into our next and final contest. It is going to be the Canes versus the Lightning, 8 p.m. Eastern start time. Now, the Tampa Bay Lightning are up 2-0 in this series. And they're also -155 on their home ice in Game 3 with the total at 5.5 juice to the under. Now, Carolina's +$135 for some money line cash. And if you like them on the puck line, they're -190, catching the goal and a half. Peter Mrazek is the expected netminder for Carolina. Andrei Vasilevsky for the Lightning. Now, Vasilevsky's 6-2 through 8 postseason starts this year. 223 goals against average, 939 save percentage. Tampa's in the top 10 in the league in fewest goals allowed. And they're giving up only 2.3 goals per contest at the Amalie Arena. And speaking of the Amalie Arena, Tampa's played real solid there for most of the season. They're 23-8 straight up as the home team. and they have a positive home record against the puck line as well. Now, the Lightning's currently in the top 3 in home scoring. Alex Killorn and Braden Point, they're leading the club in postseason goals with 5 of them apiece. Meanwhile, Nikita Kucherov is leading the club in postseason points with 12 of them, along with 9 total assists. Tampa Bay's in the top 3 in second period scoring at home. They're taking on a Carolina club who's been just god-awful against the puck line when traveling. Out of Carolina's 31 road games this season, they successfully cashed in on the puck line just 9 times. And that's good for just 29% in that particular category. Now, the Canes are also in the bottom 10 in first period scoring on the road, bottom 10 in third period goals allowed on the road as well. The Hurricanes have also lost 6 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings with Tampa Bay. Now, total-wise, Carolina is 8-1 to the under in their last 9 contests against Tampa Bay. They're also 35-29 to the under for the entire season. Meanwhile, Tampa's 17-14 to the under at the Amalie Arena themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 1.5 and the under 5.5 goals. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our very quick pick recap, powered to you by my Patreon website. I like the New York Islanders plus $1.20 over 5 goals. And I like the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 1.5 and the under 5.5 goals. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.